I'm here. Are you ready to begin?
Here's the gist. Malik's intelligence checks out. A rogue faction of SARS officers framed DedSec for the bombings to consolidate power over the government. But now they've noticed that some people are standing up to the new order and they're blaming you.
I believe these are the people you call Zero Day. I don't know their names, but it's safe to assume they have a ringleader. And in my experience overseas, removing the leader...
Right, stop the leader, stop Zero Day. But why are you here now?
2 weeks ago, a shell company connected with Zero Day's operations imported 40 kilos of Semtex from an old Soviet bloc depot. But it never left London. Which means Zero Day is planning a bombing that will make those earlier bombings look like a bonfire. And I think I know why.
As we're all now painfully aware, false flag attacks are a common propaganda tool for despots. Kill a load of people and the rest fall into line behind whoever says they won't let it happen again. In this case, Zero Day.
Which means we both want to discover who's pulling Zero Day strings and stop them.
We need to get hold of the personnel dossiers of anyone connected with the earlier bombings and their cover-up. Then Malik and I can analyze their common connections and work out who's in charge of Zero Day.
And I'll be on the comm to observe.
Why does this always bloody...
Your somewhat reckless teammate has got themselves thrown in the old clink, I'm afraid. Difficult to resist oppression from behind bars. It will be a while before they're available. Pro tip, however, why not recruit a barrister to the team? I mean, no one exactly likes a barrister, but they do have their function. They should be able to shorten the jail time of imprisoned operatives.
No problem. You may go.
Ah, that's a relief. That's my cue to leave.
Oh. Uh-huh.
What?
That's...
Here.
You're stealing SIR's personnel dossiers. The organization is strictly compartmentalized, so they aren't stored in one central location.
Spying on spies. What could go wrong?
SIRS uses a supercomputer called Filament to process information drawn from the CTOS network. It's like Noodle, if you could use it to search every document on every civilian, government, or commercial device everywhere in the United Kingdom. Instantly.
Jesus.
You can be horrified if you want, but it's saved thousands of lives. Get access to a Filament terminal and I'll provide you with the search terms.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Hey, we have a problem here. Stand down! Where have you? We are taking... We don't have... Fucking come here! What the fuck me and the door? Come on in.
Target resisting arrest. Using restraining measures.
This area is being recorded by the GBB.
So this is Filament. Impressive. I can help you break in, but we're going to leave a trail, unless of course Malik has an idea.
There. I persuaded Filament Security to log that Spiderbot's activity as system maintenance.
Thanks. But if I was a wiser man, I'd be wary of a helpful spy.
It's not like the movies. Spies aren't the police. I believe in working with the lesser evils like DedSec to protect society from the greater ones.
So why did Zero Day kill all my friends?
There are differing schools of thought.
Got the 0 Day dossiers. Now, if no one objects, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Good work.
Did you do that on purpose?
I've got those dossiers. What now?
Right, so we do a simple CTOS contact analysis and work out who's in charge of 0 Day. I'll have it done before you can say Guantanamo.
I'll handle the classified data, thank you very much.
It would be so much faster if I worked with you in order to do this.
The people in these dossiers are connected, but not necessarily complicit. It will take intelligence expertise to separate the wheat from the chaff. And when I discover something actionable, I will contact you.
He's disconnected. Pleasant fella.
I hate putting Mary Kelly on the back burner while she continues to destroy lives with those microchips, but for now, we've no choice.
Then perhaps it's time to have a closer look at the elephant in the room. Nigel Cass, billionaire warmonger and current CEO of our local horde of thugs, Albion BMC.
Cass certainly profited most from the bombings. We can inspire London to resist from now till forever, but it still won't break Albion's grip on the city. Not with Cass at the top.
We're gonna confront the CEO of a private military company in charge of securing London. Can't fucking wait. I hope he got more of a plan than kicking his front door in.
Bagley's come across a possible gap in Cass's armor. An ex-insider, ex-friend with an axe to grind. He'd be an asset if we could find and convince him to work with us. Come to the safe house. We'll talk it through.
Sounds good. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's great. Absolutely up. Seriously, no, hold on.
If we're gonna keep on the way we've been going, we really should consider bringing on a medical professional.
It's better than watching tutorials on how to suture your own wounds.
Right. No. I see.
Forgive me for saying, but you look like the kind of lunatic who wants to change things.
Fuck me, dead sec. All right, maybe you could help. Got myself in a bit of trouble.
Well, if I was, I'd be an idiot to say it, wouldn't I? What's the situation?
These Clan Kelly guys, they've gone too bloody far. They tossed a Molotov through my mate's window because he wouldn't pay protection money.
Jesus, that's awful.
We got cam footage that shows the two that did the throwing. But the police won't do, like, anything.
Well, if they won't put in the work, someone's got to. We'll put those gangsters away.
It's worth a go. You help me with this, and I'll do whatever you want. I'll repay my debts. Huh? No, that's not... Yeah.
Right, let's talk about Albion PMC, the only British organisation to successfully oppress more of the developing world than the British government, led by Nigel Cass, a man the partisan media calls a charismatic visionary, and Amnesty International calls a war criminal. Albion was given the key to the city to re-establish order following the bombings.
Which is suspicious timing, if you ask me.
It is. So that's two reasons why we need to find an angle on Cass.
We've found one. His name, Hamish Balaji. Born in London, Balaji was a recipient of the Cass Foundation Technical Scholarship at 14, which included a mentorship with Cass himself. At 16, Balaji designed Cass's first drone fleet. Fun fact, Cass delayed the launch by a week so it would land on Balaji's birthday.
Cass sounds like Balaji's second dad. Why would he help us?
They had a falling out after an incident in the Niger Delta 3 years ago. A buried human rights investigation accuses Cass of ordering a drone fleet to wipe out a village protesting the construction of a pipeline, but the drones malfunctioned before they could. Balaji is named as the likely saboteur. He's been on the run ever since, but now tracking data shows he's reappeared in London.
Shit, he's looking for redemption like with the protesters. This guy designed Cass's drone fleet. I think he's trying to disarm Albion.
He covers his tracks well, but that's a good guess. Unfortunately, according to this Albion intelligence report intercepted by our friend Caitlin Lau, Cass knows Balaji's in London as well. So, that's the op. Make contact with Balaji before Albion finds him. Then convince him we have a mutual enemy in Cass.
So this guy's our best chance to stop Albion and clear our names. And the largest private army on Earth wants him dead. No pressure.
You want the situation in London to change, to get better, you must be on the same side as Denzel. If you want resistance, then what do you think it looks like, huh? Listen to what they are saying, to what they are doing.
The demands of being a DedSec operative are all consuming, so taking app gigs is a good way to make some extra quid that works around your new schedule. Lots of people will pay well to have their sensitive packages handled with care, and some will even pay you for deliveries. Ha ha!
I was not very sure at first. But when I saw them save a lot of families from being targeted by Albion, it convinced me. I'm grateful someone is looking out for us.
That really was
This
something
situation,
special.
I feel very much for.
You! Seems very cool. Now, will you look at that?
Oops, sorry.
No, my fault.
Oh, come on!
I can see
I need my car!
That's just too much.
you are Great Britain's first line of defense.
Jeez.
Any assault on an Albion guard is considered a summary offense.
Don't you fucking move, alright? I'll never obey an Albion wank.
Okay, done and dusted.
Someone upload this.
Help me.
Request to see something on your person. Surrender it immediately. Failure to do so.
Oh my god! Fucking hell.
Balaji has been snooping into Albion's affairs. Quietly, of course, but I've been able to determine that most of his activity stems from this area.
Let's say hi then.
Not so fast. Hamish isn't in, according to his home security. And before you get ideas, he's rigged his front door to a series of traps designed to delete all of his data and then your life. Not necessarily in that order.
Great. We're dealing with a paranoiac.
To be fair, you are an armed insurgent trying to break into his flat. Anyway, you should be able to connect to the local grid and use security cameras to disarm his traps.
Grand.
Try, love. Don't hurt yourself.
Stand down, mate.
I believe the main interface is on the rooftop.
I'm seeing windows. Any thoughts, Bagley?
Sure, if you can get there. 3 options here. 1, use the window washing platform. 2, find a cargo drone. 3, give up, go home, and resolve to be a better person.
I'm on it.
Huh? Yeah.
This Hamish doesn't strike me as overly welcome, but he is good with traps.
You could force the traps to unlock by rewiring the power.
I'm on it.
Welcome to Clare and Present Danger, and welcome to Fascist London. Don't let that boot on the back of your neck disturb you. In time, you'll barely feel it. We have to wake up people. If there was a playbook for setting up a totalitarian police state, Albion will be most of the way through it and working on the epilogue. They certainly took advantage of the fallout from the bombings, didn't they? Preyed on the fears of the city government too. They were only too happy to hand Nigel Cass the keys to the city. Wash their hands to the whole mess. collar will only get tighter now, friends, unless we do something. We can't wait for someone else to fight back. We are the change.
The traps are disarmed. Now, if you go through the front door of the flat, it's much less likely you'll be killed.